Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about the book Carrie by Stephen King and how it compares to the movie. So as always, grab yourself your beverage of choice and let's get into it. So firstly, before we get started, there's two things I have to address. My voice is a little bit croaky because it was my birthday yesterday and we went out and had some dinner and drinks and then we went to a wedding reception. So yeah, no, I'm actually not feeling that rough today. It's just I sound quite rough today, but I'm not sick. It just had too much fun. Secondly, I am so sorry that I've not posted anything in weeks and weeks. We're getting married in literally 3 weeks' time, so that has been all consuming, and like I've just been working so much to try and pay for everything, and yeah, it's just life has been lifing. So I apologise, but I've got a good video for you today. So yeah, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. So today we're going to talk about the book Carrie by Stephen King. This is a bit of a cult classic, and I feel like most people will have heard of Carrie, or at least have that kind of image in their head of the girl in the blood-soaked prom dress looking a bit deranged. That is literally all I knew about Carrie before I read this book. I had read a couple of Stephen King books before and really enjoyed it, and I was looking for something else, and Carrie's quite short. So I thought I'll try this. I was also, I'm not going to lie, heavily swayed by this beautiful 50th anniversary edition. I just thought that is just so gorgeous and I have to have it. Oh, one of my dogs is just coming to the room. So yeah, if you've never ever heard of Carrie before, you don't know anything about it, let me give you the briefest synopsis. So Carrie is a 16-year-old girl. She grows up with her mum in a super strict religious household, and she's also heavily bullied in school. And the book starts during a specifically and particularly traumatizing incident for Carrie when she starts her period after gym class and the girls are extremely mean to her, and everything just kind of snowballs from there. And we do discover that Carrie has telekinetic abilities. She has telekinesis, so she can make things happen with her mind. So there's actually a lot packed into such a short book, which is one of the things I really enjoyed about it. I would say theme-wise, the main themes are definitely shame, bullying, religion, trauma, I guess, is a big theme as well. So I really enjoyed the book. I absolutely flew through it. I could have probably got through it in one sitting if I had the time to do that in one day. I think I got through it in about 2 days. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. So I've written some notes about what I thought about the film, and I'm just going to go through them with you right now. Got my little notepad. So the first thing that I noticed in the film was that the actress that plays Carrie is not overweight. And this kind of bothered me because Carrie in the book is not supposed to be conventionally attractive at all. She is overweight, she has acne, her hair is kind of like scraggly. Obviously being skinny doesn't equal beauty, and I'm not trying to say that, but girls can be really mean in high school, so literally anything you have that is seen as like different or other or not like the conventional way of being attractive, you're going to get picked on for it. So I just thought it was a weird choice that they picked this extremely thin actress to play Carrie. I just thought she was really thin and conventionally attractive, and that is not how Carrie was supposed to look. So that was just a bit of a miss for me. Carrie's second name is White, so the White household I would say is absolutely perfect in terms of all the religious iconography and the way I'd kind of imagined it when reading the book. I really enjoyed that. I thought they got that tick the box, like it was really good. There was one scene that made me feel really uncomfortable in this film, and I think it just probably speaks to the time when the film was made, which I believe must have been in the 80s, maybe even late 70s. There was this scene where the girls are doing gym, and it was just this like camera pan of all the girls, but it was just their thighs. Just their thighs. For like a long pan. So long that I had time to write it down. That's quite long, do you know what I mean? That it was like noticeable enough. And it was just made me feel really uncomfortable, and I was just like, what was the need for that? Listen, I understand the themes in this book and film are about like sexual awakening to an extent, but I just thought it was a bit odd. Bit of an odd choice, bit unnecessary. I also thought John Travolta's in this film, and I thought he was a really poor choice for the character that he plays. So he plays a character, I'm sure the name is Billy. I'm sure his character name's Billy. Insert classic mean guy American character name here, but I'm sure it's Billy. He is meant to be like just a horrible, horrible, mean person in this film. And I don't know about you, but like when I see John Travolta, I just don't get mean energy. Like I just thought he was the wrong choice for it, and he doesn't scream tough guy to me, you know. So I wasn't intimidated by him. He didn't hit the mark for me. I think that was poor casting. I get that he was like an up and coming star at the time, so that's probably why he was in it, but I think poor casting, in my opinion. There was also some really pointless scenes that were added. One particular scene was this weird poetry scene where it was like the students were just in a classroom, and I think it was a voiceover, or maybe one of them was reading out some poetry that they'd done. It might have been Tommy, one of the other characters in it. It was just so odd, and I was just watching it like, what is this scene supposed to achieve? I just didn't get it. And there was a few scenes like that I really, really didn't understand. However, on the flip side, the scenes with Carrie and her mother I thought were really, really good. So Carrie's mother in the film is extremely abusive. There's no other way to say it. Physically, verbally, mentally abusive, and I thought that the scenes with Carrie and her mum were just filled with tension, and they were really, really well done. And I thought the actress that played Carrie's mum was really good. She's also in Twin Peaks, because we ended up googling her because we were like, how do we know this actress? She's in Twin Peaks and she's really good in that as well, so she killed it. I feel like they completely missed out the whole Sue Snell backstory. So in the book, Sue Snell is one of the girls that right at the start joins in with kind of bullying Carrie about starting her periods, but then she regrets it. So she's like one of the characters in the book that has like a strong moral compass. She feels really bad, and she confides in her boyfriend Tommy that she doesn't know why she joined in being mean to Carrie, because that's not her, that's not who she wants to be. And actually that's why her boyfriend Tommy ends up asking Carrie to the prom. But I feel like that was kind of glazed over. We didn't really get a lot of her backstory, a lot of her thoughts in it. And I thought that was a shame, because it was nice to see a character with such a strong moral compass that actually felt remorse for her actions and how horrible she'd been. And also, to go along with that, you're meant to find out that her and Tommy, so Sue and Tommy, have gotten pregnant. So she's pregnant, and I don't know if that's meant to be another reason why she doesn't go to the prom. I can't remember, but anyway, that just wasn't in the film, and I was like, I don't know why it wasn't in the film, because I think it added a lot to her character. Like, she had this like internal conflict. She's young, you know, she's thinking about how this is going to affect her future, what she's going to do about it. I don't know. I just thought it was really beneficial for her character to have this kind of arc, and I feel like they just really took that away from her, and I thought that was a shame. But maybe they just didn't want to be seen as like glorifying teenage pregnancy. Who knows? Also in the film, Tommy, I kind of felt like his character was like stringing Carrie along a bit, which in the book he does not do at all. In the book, Tommy is the only purely good character. He's the one that takes Carrie to the prom. He's Sue Snell's boyfriend, and he offers to take Carrie to the prom. He takes her to the prom. He's very respectful, but he's not stringing her along in the book, whereas in the film it seems like he is. And then I think they kiss in the film, but they definitely don't do that in the book. So I was just like, I don't understand why. Again, there was a lot of choices that were made in the film that I just wasn't understanding. So one thing I did really, really enjoy, however, is the iconic scene when Carrie gets drenched in blood. What I really, really liked about this scene was that it was completely silent. You literally just hear the bucket fall. You hear the sounds of like the blood drenching her, but that's it. There's no music, there's no people, like you can't really hear people reacting. It's just silent. and I thought that was so powerful. It's also like slowed down a bit, and I just, that was just so powerful to me, because it's the pivotal moment in the book basically where Carrie just snaps, and I think we needed to give it that space and that silence, and I'm really, really glad that they did. However, the scene at the end between Carrie and her mum, I just thought wasn't done very well, and that was a shame. I don't really want to say too much about what happens, just in case people haven't read it or seen it and maybe don't want any spoilers. So I won't say what all happens at the end, but I just thought the end scene between Carrie and her mum wasn't what I was looking for. I think it was classic Hollywood, going for gore over the actual point of the story, going for like the shock value that I don't think was necessary. So yeah, that was it in a nutshell. My thoughts on Carrie the movie. I really enjoyed the book. 5 stars for the book. Thought it was fantastic. Thought there was so much and so impressive for. I didn't realise it was Stephen King's debut novel. I thought it was extremely impressive for a debut novel. Debut novel, and the film, it kind of let it down. It wasn't as bad as The Shining in terms of like being true to the book. It was a bit truer to the book than the Shining movie was, but yeah, I think it could have been a lot better. I've not watched, I know there was like a slightly more recent remake. I've not watched that, so maybe I will and see how that compares. Because I would really like to see a film that more closely mirrors the book and also just, I guess, understands the book better, and like some of the nuances that I think were missed in the original film. So maybe I'll watch the newer version and see their take on it. But yeah, that was my thoughts on Carrie, book versus the film. Let me know what you think, if you've read the book or seen the film, or if you're interested in doing so now after hearing me talk about it. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!